In his farewell address, George Washington specifically warned against foreign nations meddling in our affairs. Here's what he said. Since history and experience prove that foreign influence is one of the most baneful foes of Republican government, we have to be alert. Over 200 years plus has followed, and we have been consistent in our vigilance to keep foreign nations out of our elections. That was until President Donald Trump. Last week, on the White House lawn, President Trump invited China to get engaged in deciding our election and who our nominee would be. He did it while standing in front of reporters and cameras like I am this moment in the broad light of day. There was a third foreign power that we know of that he's asked in clear, unmistakable language to interfere on behalf of the democratic proceedings in the United States of America. Interfere with them. Quote, Russia, if you're listening. Or, quote, I'd like you to do us a favor, though. End of quote, to the president of Ukraine. Quote, China should start an investigation, end of quote. It's wrong. It's the very thing Washington warned about. It undermines our electoral process. It's un-American. Go into any city or town in this nation or your state. Go into any schoolhouse. Go into any town hall, any VFW post, any football or baseball game, and ask the question, is it okay for a foreign nation to meddle in our elections? To spread lies about opponents? Specifically, at the direct invitation of a sitting president? The answer is obviously no. As Americans, it offends every bone in our body. The ballot box is sacred ground in America. That's where we make our voices heard. That's where we decide who leads us. That's where we chart America's future. It's where we fulfill our duty as citizens. It's not complicated. It's called democracy. We believe Americans should decide American elections, period. But Donald Trump will do anything to get reelected, including violating the most basic forms of democracy. It's stunning, and it's dangerous, because it directly threatens our democracy. This is not hyperbole. It's a fact. No president in American history has ever dared to engage in such unimaginable behavior. With his words and his actions, President Trump has indicted himself by obstructing justice, refusing to comply with the congressional inquiry. He's already convicted himself in full view of the world and the American people. Donald Trump has violated his oath of office, betrayed this nation, and committed impeachable acts. You know, to preserve our Constitution, our democracy, our basic integrity, he should be impeached. That's not only because of what he's done. To answer whether he has committed acts of sufficient to warrant impeachment is obvious. We see it in Trump's own words. We see it in the text from State Department officials that have been made public. We see it in his pulling much of the United States government into his corrupt schemes, individuals within the government, his appointees. But we have to remember that impeachment isn't only about what the president's done. It's about the threat the president poses to the nation if allowed to remain in office. One thing about this president is absolutely clear, and I don't think anyone can contradict this. He has seen no limits to his power, regardless of what the Constitution says. He believes the entire United States government can be corrupted into furthering his personal political needs. He's even willing to hold Congress and congressionally appropriated aid to a foreign nation hostage to his personal political demands. He believes if he does something, it's legal, period. And perhaps most importantly, he believes there is nothing we can do about it. He believes he can and will get away with anything he does. We all laughed when he said he could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot someone and get away with it. It's no joke. He's shooting holes in the Constitution, and we cannot let him get away with it.